Another day, another major incident that has sparked off a tremendous amount of violence, which a lot of people believe is leading us towards some kind of civil conflicts, this time again in Minneapolis.
We just have a few moments here, but it seems to be some smoke is rising. I don't know if these are smoke bombs. It was peaceful.
What's going to happen here is, of course, there's another major incident where federal agents took out what looked like a 55-year-old white man. What are the details we're going to be going over frame by frame? We're not going to show anything bad here in this particular video, but with my kind of background, limited background and training with some police officers, I kind of want to give you my 2 cents on this particular matter, since it does look like this is the powder keg moment that, of course, has erupted and now is going to be something that everyone will be talking about for a very long time. As we said it before, we were saying, hey, there's going to be a violent incident, and it's going to erupt in major chaos. And we told you there's probably going to be more, and we're very lucky there weren't more, as there were wild, crazy cases documented of insane forms of violence that luckily were de-escalated. As now, the violence escalated to a crucial point. One man no longer is alive, and the streets of Minneapolis are just covered in what looks like tear gas.
And calming tensions really matters. What are we seeing on our screens now? What's your analysis of this?
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to keep things calm and, diffuse the tension. Again, Kaylee, this is not...
Doesn't look like a calm situation.
...what agents ever want to have happen. It's insulting to hear this governor make it seem like, this is the wild, wild west and this is what they want to be doing. This is not what they want to be doing. They are literally enforcing the laws. These are targeted interactions. These are targeted operations. They are simply doing their job. And again, without the details of who the subject is, whether they were someone that they were arresting, whether they were a bystander or protester, frankly, when you're looking at the deadly force policies, that's completely irrelevant.
Well, we'll look at that policy and we'll talk about it here, as obviously this is that one moment that, of course, will spark off, sadly, more violence from here. And there should be, I think, de-escalatory type of frameworks set up. I think there should be more communication. This is why I'm doing this video right now, because I think we need to listen and understand fully exactly what happened here. As the New York Post is reporting, shots fired after federal police in Minneapolis struggled to subdue man, quote, brandishing a gun amid protest. Now, the video's clear. I'm not going to play it. It's graphic. It's horrible. It's awful. And it shows multiple federal ICE agents trying to detain a man. You don't see what kind of caused this incident to erupt and escalate as much as it did, but about 10 shots are fired. The guy falls on the ground. Officers move back. That's all we're getting so far right now. Now, what led up to this particular type of event here, as it is just confirmed that this man has died. Protesters are pissed. This video is circulating all around social media right now. Everyone's talking about it. As police have described, 2 magazines recovered with the firearm, justified, 100%, case closed, says Eric Daughtry. Now, where was it? Because it looks like we're getting a photo of this thing in a car. Was it in his car? Was he brandishing it? Because, of course, I have some serious questions to ask here. What led up to this escalatory type of situation that ended up with him losing his life? Did he have it on him? Did he have it in his car? Did he try to take it out? Did he fire? Or is one of the shots heard his shots? Was he a threat? Was he already subdued? All of those things matter. And I would say absolutely not case closed, as of course I think it's important to look at this from what we currently understand, and then to simply say, give us all the details and information. But the video, I'll just be honest, because when we look at this kind of conversation that's happening right now, the video looks pretty bad. The video looks and this is just the way the video looks. I'm not saying that this happened because we only got a video footage from far back, across a window, across the store, of people recording. The commentary also is chilling. The video is chilling. It's not easy to watch. I don't recommend watching it. But I did watch it. And when you do see the video, you do see officers just kind of start firing at him. You don't see what led up to it. Now, Border Patrol Union just released a statement saying that, quote, "We have full confidence that when more facts are revealed, our agents and officers will be shown to have utilized justifiable force in eliminating the threat." Now, what does that look like? What does that mean? The New York Post is reporting, according to a law enforcement source, federal agents, quote, "tried to subdue a man who was waving around a gun." Now, if that's the case here, it looks like this guy was trying to lose his life deliberately, right? You don't just wave. Now, is that source true? Who's that source? Why is that source not named, right? This is where you always have to be careful as soon as these events happen, because a lot of people just jump the gun. A lot of people are like, "Case closed, done, justifiable." I'm like, okay, well, let's how? Give us the details, give us the information, and soon law enforcement probably will be giving us more details, more information. But when you look at the video, you see a number of officers failing to apprehend and detain the man. And it's not easy. It's cold. Everyone has winter gear on. What happened here is the important question that we're not seeing. Because when you look at the video, it looks like, and this is the kind of criticism against ICE, they're not properly trained to detain him. There's 10 of them. They haven't properly detained him. And then and this is what the left is saying, they just got tired and they just decided to take him out. Now, would regular officers just decide just to take people out? No, but that's probably going to be the narrative that the left is going to be running with. You got to steel man, straw man this, right? So the left already is saying, no, they just got tired. They just wanted to take him out. He was an innocent bystander. Steel man this, right? Let's take a look at this from a scenario of, now let's play the other side of the coin here. Before doing that, just really quickly, we got to pay the bills around here. Check out wearechange.shop. We got a great store. You get some vitamin D. I feel weird even just saying, hey, check out our store. But anyway, we got to pay the bills around here. And this is how we survive as an independent media organization that tries to actually have an honest conversation about this and not just appease people on particular sides here. Our vitamin D is one of the best in the games. My sleep score is incredible. I love it. Lots of people not getting proper vitamin D. Lots of people not thinking critically. Get some creatine too. Lots of people stressed out. Get some ashwagandha for that. We got the chill pill. Lots of people getting sick and ill, especially with all the stress. Get the Liposol vitamin C. We are change.shop anyway. Let's just get right back into it. Steel man, straw man, steel man. Left-wing narrative. ICE just randomly attacked him. He was an innocent bystander. ICE just got tired, decided to take him out because they didn't want to struggle with him. And they just decided to execute him. And he was an innocent man. That's the left narrative. The right narrative that's forming right now, and this is according to the New York Post, and again, this is based on an anonymous source. They're saying, this is such a weird statement. Shots rang out Saturday night after federal police tried to subdue a man who was waving around a gun, according to law enforcement sources and a video posted to social media. I haven't seen a video posted to social media with him running around with the firearm. Now, right-wing narrative, which could be true. Again, we don't know because we don't know the exact details of this yet. But I think it's important to play this out and to be intellectually honest when it comes to all of this stuff, because I think a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are very emotional. A lot of people are going to be using and exploiting the situation to sow chaos and division within our society and to create more pain and suffering. And this is why I think we need to have this honest type of conversation that a lot of people are too afraid to have. Right-wing narrative that's forming right now. Crazy guy wants to end his own existence. He wants to do it with making a political statement. He comes out with a lethal weapon. Now, if you're an ICE agent, holy cow, that guy has a lethal weapon. We're getting threats. We're getting intimidated. We're getting doxxed. We're getting people telling us that they're going to take our lives. And you got this crazy person going up against us, running around allegedly with the firearm. We have to stop him. We detain him. As they're detaining him, he has the gun. Maybe his firearm went off, right? Maybe he's getting it out. Maybe they failed to detain him properly. officers like, oh my God, he's going to take the lives of us. We have to stop it. If that's the situation, it is justifiable, especially if someone has a firearm in their hand, they're about to use it or have used it, right? Then they could obviously do that. If for whatever circumstance the firearm is, let's just say, in the car, it's not justifiable, right? And if the left-wing narrative is true, right? If the left-wing narrative is true, these officers shouldn't be on the job if they can't, if they take a person's life that wasn't a threat to them. And that's the difficulty, and that's the tough conversation that I think a lot of people need to have here. But again, I haven't seen any videos. I know there's like anonymous sources. Again, I don't believe any of it until I see it, right? Now, they released a statement saying, hey, we're going to tell you guys exactly what happened here. But I still have some very serious questions, as people are saying from their assessments here, quote, the individual was armed and the alleged lethal weapon was recovered, and then he was shot. There's also that narrative being shared around as well here, as there's grainy video showing what looks like an officer taking something away, but it doesn't look like this particular firearm. So again, this is why I'm saying a lot of this stuff absolutely matters. Now, again, everyone's on edge. It was only inevitable, especially since what we saw with Renee Good, that the anger, the frustration, the threats, the intimidation, the harassment, all of that would escalate from here. And this situation is no different, and it's only going to escalate the situation here. And the video doesn't look good. The video doesn't look good for ICE. Now, ICE also is involved, and the federal government is involved in a big PR battle. Even Tim Dillon, I just saw on his Instagram post about how ICE detained a 5-year-old, which, again, isn't true. I saw a lot of other people that are in the kind of comedy alternative media space say, look, ICE detained a 5-year-old. That's not true. That's not what actually happened here. ICE was going after a suspect. The suspect was with his child. The suspect left his child and ran away from the police. The suspect is at fault here, not ICE, that was left with a 5-year-old that they had to now watch. What do you want, ICE to leave a 5-year-old random kid in the street by himself as his father fled law enforcement? That makes no sense at all. But again, this is the kind of larger PR war that's kind of happening here, with a lot of disinformation, a lot of propaganda. The emotions are thick, right? That's what I'm saying. Calm down, relax, chill out, and let's try to assess the situation here, and let's call things out for what they actually are. Now, I know a lot of the people on the left are going to want to hear their narrative. A lot of people on the right are going to want to hear their narrative. All I'm saying is we don't have the facts yet. Can we get the facts? Let's get the facts. Let's understand this. And then when we get the facts, let's just say hypothetically ICE acted incorrectly. Let's have some accountability here. Let's just say they acted correctly and they stopped a man that was trying to hurt them and hurt other people. Then you have to give them grace. Then you have to say they made the right tough call and decision here. And it's not an easy call, and it's not an easy decision. A lot of people are put in fight or flight, especially in these type of very high stress, high emotion type of situations. Logic is out the window, as right now we're in a situation where more troops are being called into Minneapolis. Everything seems to be unfolding in Minneapolis. Here's the video, by the way, of what looks like that lethal weapon being kind of taken away here, and then shots being fired. That's allegedly what happened here. Now, if that happened here, it doesn't look good, right? Maybe there was some miscommunication. Maybe there was some kind of accident. If there was an accident, right, and I believe this was an accident, the left is going to be saying, they're just trying to execute people. I don't think that's the case here. Right? There's other situations where like literal protesters grabbed weapons from ICE, and thank goodness that didn't escalate. There's only going to be more escalations from here. We're going to get a full detail timeline of events here, and if one of the officers messed up, which could have been, they could have had this guy running around with a gun. They didn't know the gun was taken away. The guy could have acted in a way where he was going to do it, and he thought his life was in danger. He took it. That could have been a scenario and situation that unfolded here. Now, again, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to capitalize on this, right? There's people that are openly sending threats, openly doxing, openly telling people to violently resist. And there's a lot of people on social media, on TikTok, encouraging people. There's Don Lemon literally encouraging people to, get out there, make people feel uncomfortable. There's other leftist, prominent, big figures out there calling for people to get armed. What are they getting armed for? How's the situation going to relax here? And again, I believe in people's rights to be able to defend themselves, right? But if a guy's running around brandishing, which allegedly is the official story, again, I need proof. They have the cameras, release the camera footage. We need proof. We can't just believe anonymous sources. The New York Post here, I think, did a poor job here, and they're adding to the confusion. As they described, a 39-second video clip showed about half a dozen cops struggling with someone on the sidewalk in front of a donut shop when the gunfire erupted. The officers appeared to scatter after the barrage of shots went off, quote, according to the footage. The shooting happened after the man brandished a firearm with 2 magazines, a law enforcement source told the Post, sharing a photo of the firearm. Okay. Was it in his... Okay, well, now we're getting a little bit more details. In a statement, city officials urged residents to stay calm and avoid the area. That's the exact opposite of what's happening here. And people are showing up. I'm watching the live streams right now. People are showing up, and they're protesting. They're setting up barricades in the street. And as in the making of this video, police officers are firing tear gas into them. As the New York Post writes, more than 100 protesters have been at the scene as the encounter occurred. The man's condition was not immediately known, and he has since passed away. Governor Tim Walz posted about the incident on X late morning, saying, I just spoke with the White House after another horrific shooting by federal agents this morning in Minnesota. Quote, this is sickening, hero. The president must end this operation, pull thousands of violent, untrained officers out of Minnesota now. Neither the White House or the Department of Homeland Security have said what precipitated the shooting and did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Now we're going to see what their statement is, and I hope it's going to be one where we're going to get facts, we're going to get evidence, and we're going to get legitimate action, But again, the video, the optics don't look good. People getting tear gassed now, and you could only expect that situation to devolve further from here. Now, the crazy thing is, right, this is the winter. This is when people don't come outside. People don't come outside during the winter. People come outside during the summer, during the spring. They don't want to come outside during the winter. So these protests, I think, are signaling what's going to be coming this summer. Right. Now, again, a lot of people on social media are talking about the arrests of some of the left-wing activists that stormed the church. We have Pam Bondi talking about that she's going to be going after Don Lemon here. And again, a lot of people are like, okay, we had a lot of these Fox News interviews. We don't have a lot of legitimate action here. As a lot of people are talking about how there's a 2-tier justice system. And the left, especially with George Soros, has been able to optimize, game the system in a way where clearly if the same actions were committed by the right during the Biden administration, there would be some serious hell to pay. This is what Pam Bondi had to say here as, again, all these Fox News interviews are kind of tiresome by now.
His commentary, obviously in support of them. Does the fact that he claims to be an independent journalist, does that factor into the law at all?
Well, he's an online agitator. That's what he is now. And sure, if you're a journalist and you're covering a story, that's not what he was doing. We all know that. We have the video. It speaks for itself. He was in there with all these other people. If you were in there, if you protested and went into that church on the Sunday and you terrorized the parishioners, we are coming after you. That pastor is a wonderful man. I met with that pastor. Sean, these people were staged sitting in the church as well. Then they burst in through all doors, including Don Lemon, and started harassing and antagonizing and terrorizing these parishioners. A woman ran out the back door, scared to death, and broke her arm. We are coming after you if you participated in that. I don't care who you are. If you're a failed CNN journalist, you have no right to do that in this country. We don't live in a third world country. We're going to protect our houses of worship.
We'll see if that actually happens. As it looks like there's a judge that now is denying this from happening here. Pray for peace, pray for understanding, pray for de-escalation. I think that's needed more than ever. Thank you so much for supporting me, supporting this video, supporting the shop. We are Change.shop. It feels weird promoting stuff during this type of stuff since I think this is a pretty serious scenario. I apologize. What do you think happened here? Steel man, straw man, left-wing narrative, right-wing narrative. What do you think actually happened here? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys doing that. And this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. All here exclusively on youtube.com/LukeRadowski76.